Is SPY setting up another trend leg and gold exploding to new all-time highs? Let's dive into it today with our daily SPY analysis. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and a live day trading. Having an amazing week here, closing out the month in the trading room. Again, tons of value in there, and just amazing trades this week. Two more winners today on ES and several yesterday too with TQQQ. Also in the money nicely on a Russell play as well, and absolutely crushing it here to start the new year. But let's take a look here at the markets. You can see here ES this morning, nice back test into the 60 area, and that's been a key pivot for the last couple of weeks, and we just mooned right off of that here. And again, SPY here, right into the 600 handle yesterday. That held, gap up, little push into the 605 area. We've been talking about that area as being some resistance. Again, pullback, and we just continue to have higher lows. If we take a look at ES here, you can see on a 4-hour look, just a very, very textbook back test here, and higher low, higher low, higher low. And I'm telling you, if we get through this gap here, there will be a trend leg to the upside, and I think that can be a powerful trend leg too. You can see here on the 4-hour, you got an inside bar here on SPY. 597.25, 60, we'll just call it 605. It's about 8 points, and we're kind of almost there now, at least for this measured move, which would take you into that gap here. But we've been basing now for several days beneath this gap here, and we had a picture perfect. I mean, we talked about these levels Sunday night. 595 being an area if we saw us get through 6, and nice gap into that, and continued grind up. What's impressing me about today is everybody continues to hammer about the breadth over and over and over again, but take a look here. There's Microsoft, Nvidia. You take that out, ServiceNow out. Look at equal weight here, up 1.22. Let's take a look at the index. This is almost a 90% up day. This is like 85% right here. That is 85%. 426 versus 75 advanced decline. And the Russell 2000, I tweeted about this earlier. Very nice bull inside bar. That was ready. We played that this morning as well. And nice gain. Perfect picture, perfect inside bar. I think this can get to 2350 if they want it. And for IWM, if we start pushing through 230, 235 is going to become another magnet, become the next magnet. Maybe even could test, this previous trend line at some point here on the Russell 2000. So again, everybody complains about the breadth, but then when we have Microsoft, Nvidia down, everything else picks up and everybody gets quiet. So again, we're just continuing to see rotation. And by the way, home sales crashing today. XHB didn't get the memo, neither did VNQ. So again, you're seeing that, the market rotate when we get these, we get weakness in certain names. And again, that there's really nothing wrong when you see that. Also seeing, again, crypto green across the board. We've been mentioning that over and over again. It doesn't look like an illiquid market to me. So obviously the big one today is Apple earnings. I am completely out of my Apple position. I generally don't like to play earnings. I had a runner yesterday, but it exceeded my targets by a mile. So I felt comfortable taking the big gain from 220 area to 240. I'll just say right now, 220 is another magnet, maybe 210, but you're starting to push it. That's a little bit ways down there. There is interest at 200, but I think that got bagged on this 220 test. After that, there is upside to 250 and 260, believe it or not. So it's a wide range here. I think there's like a 10-point expected move. I'm just giving you my levels that I've figured from what I can see where dealers are sitting. But we'll see what happens here. We got PCE tomorrow morning. We had quarter 4 PCE this morning with GDP, and it was kind of a nothing burger for the most part. Bonds dropped and then they popped. But again, we're seeing that strength in the Russell, and usually that's a good sign there. So we'll see what happens. Oh, by the way, is Intel going to get, you guys always ask me about Intel. They got earnings as well. We're going to find out if they're going to get to my buy level, right? People ask me about this stock all the time, and I said, I've done work on this. I have GAN levels. I've got everything done here. I've had it done for months, and I think $14.50 to $15, I'll just say, is a buy level. There is risk down there too. There's risk to 1750 as well if you're interested in playing that. Upside, I don't see much past 23. But maybe it's Intel, so it could probably a lot of shorts in this, so maybe it could squeeze. We'll see. By the way, there's IWM 230 again. So overall, very nice move here for the market. Let's talk about precious metals. I almost forgot here. It's in the title. Take a look at gold, 2845. That's a fresh new all-time, well, just about on the futures. Yeah, 2853 too. Yeah. On the futures, on the spot gold, it's technically a new all-time high. I think GLD, yeah, GLD just made. So spot is at new all-time high. Futures, they got those contract adjustments. But take a look at this. Silver, I did adjust these lines here. Beautiful breakout. It ran away from me, man. You know, I've been telling you guys you could play this level here. And I was looking to get in yesterday. I just wanted to get through the Fed first because I already have gold and I already have platinum and palladium exposure. But yeah, it ran. So, and it got to my target exactly to the penny, 32.80, and we are pulling back now. That doesn't mean it's done here. It could just base, but you got a big red bar right there that it's going to act as some resistance. But I mean, what a nice breakout there for silver. I think measured move could take this up to $38. Again, a lot of people were whining about it. Oh, it's not doing enough. Like it just went up like 30%. Let it base a little bit more. It's fine. Silver's good. We've been talking about the tightening range on gold, and there's your don't overcomplicate it, right? Tightening range breakout. Easy money to be had there. Look at platinum, 5%. So I've been talking about this. I had Sprott here. I still have it. We've been playing palladium and platinum and cover it every day on this channel, and look, we were sellers up here, and I just didn't like it for the longest time. Then finally, once we start to see some activity, we get back involved again. Palladium up 4.8, platinum up 5. That's brought up 2.76. Very big move there for those metals, and we'll see. Maybe gold pulls back a little bit on PCE tomorrow, but this is going to 3K, so forget it. In any case, let's take a look at SPY again really quick. 610 still kind of a hard cap for right now, I think, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. Trend is up, and not for nothing, but we've been basing for 2 months now. Sorry, let me go to the weekly. Yeah, the last time we based for 2 months, we trended to the upside big time. So I don't know if someone needs to hear that. I'm not taking, this is not a biased take here. I'm not just being bullish just to be bullish. This is what the pattern is. By the way, you guys, make sure you're always zooming out too. A lot of people are looking at Microsoft. It hasn't gone anywhere in a year, but this is a year-long base. You remember what Apple did the last time we had a year-long base? Right here. And it went up to 260. And I told you guys it can go that high back here, and nobody believed me. So be careful fading these names that are putting in long-term bases. Even Google right now, this looks pretty good. They got earnings next week. Meta continues to be on a rampage. That's burning out some premium at 700. And Tesla curling back up after a round trip here today. So nice action here across the board. And equal weight indexes acting well. IWM acting well. Don't fight the tape until it tells you to. That's what we always preach here. Anyway, QQQ 525, we knew that was going to be a level. It's stalling there. I'm not surprised. Let's see if we back into 605 SPY by the end of the day. It might or might not. IWM stalling at 530. Dow backing off of 450, but not for long here. So again, last 2 days, been kind of sideways, but it's still inching up, and I think this can go test the high if it wants to tomorrow. We'll see what PCE does. SMH with a nice rebound up 2.4. Higher lows here. It's still kind of soft. It's still underperforming. By the way, Broadcom in a swing service took some profit on that today at 220. This was also a day trade earlier in the week too. So that up 5%. We got ARM earnings next week. TSM, nice rebound. NVIDIA is still the weak link. But guess what, guys? Dark Pool is on fire on this in this area. So do with that what you will. But SMH here, again, got to get to 250 and clear that if it can rally, if it wants to rally. IGV taking a little bit of a hit today. Obviously, CRM, ServiceNow holding 1,000. There's some dealer levels there. Good bounce. We'll see what it does tomorrow, but the sector looks good. I think Trade Desk reports today, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see about that. That's an interesting pattern there on the daily too. But IGV still healthy. Dips are still being bought. Transport's down, but dip was bought there. Retest the 20 moving average. AAL didn't do anything on the helicopter, the tragedy there. So again, that's just kind of an isolated incident. This is just a transports down 70 basis points. Why? Because UPS is never priced right for earnings, and neither is FedEx. People have been asking me about UPS. I think looks like the dip's getting bought now, but I think 105 is an interesting level for tomorrow. I don't think it's going to get there, but transport's coming off the lows. UPS trying to get a dip buy. Bonds here holding up. So just looking at bonds themselves, not the rates. I like this pattern on the 2-year. Nice little inside bar above the moving averages. PCE tomorrow could be a catalyst for this to push. Market, and remember what I said last week, if Trump is successful in pushing that 2-year yield down, I wouldn't want to be a bear. ZN holding up, and ZB, I still have some of this too, and that is still working. TLT, I still think it needs to go to 90. XHB, home sales collapsing. They didn't get a memo here. Look at that move on XHB. Just took a rip the whole day. VNQ, same thing. It is backing off a little bit now. But this is a choppy base, but it's a base, and it's setting up. XHB, again, the dip buy yesterday, a little outside move, boop, right back up today. Now it's caught up to the 20 MA. Now this can go if it wants to. Other sectors showing strength too. Healthcare still hanging in there. Biotech hanging in there as well. Those have come back nicely. Nice falling wedge break. All right. XLF. Stop fighting it, guys. New all-time high, new all-time closing high. Not saying you guys are, but I see a lot of people trying to fight these. KRE, outside move. ABE, outside move. Broker-dealers, all-time highs. Going to 1,000. Oil, trying to carve out a pivot. This is getting interesting. I'm really thinking about this here at this level. I like how we sliced that low twice and made lower lows with no follow-through. Tells you the sellers are starting to lose some momentum. If we look at kind of an RSI here on the 4-hour, I like the low and then the higher low there, so a little bit divergent. So I'm keeping an eye on this. I like that the buyers are starting to come in here with these tails. We'll see if it can catch up. I would love one more flush though, right to that 200 MA. We'll see if it can happen. But it did come off the lows today. I like XLE finally got a daily higher high, so that can now potentially be a higher low. I'd like to see it clear 91. XOP, same thing. I want to see that reclaim like 141-ish. And then OIH, again, same thing. I would prefer to see that above, like, that's still weak, but I don't know, like 285 at least, and then maybe 290. It could set up an inverse head and shoulder, though, so we'll watch for that, too. Uranium play, CCJ up 1.7. Oklo right back. So they don't even care. This is why you buy fear, right? Like, oh, DeepSeek's going to crash the entire uranium market. They're going to give it away for free. Forget it. SMR here up as well. So SPY fear usually works out pretty well. NM and MJ still kind of soft. Nat gas continuing to back off. This might be done for the season here. Let's see, it needs to hold 3 though. Dollar index coming off the lows, but it is below 108 again. So you want to see, bulls want to see this become a higher low. Bears want to see this low taken out. Simple. And bulls, obviously want to see back above 108. And to try and get that weekly higher low attempt. Gold, we talked about extensively. It's acting very well. Copper, daily higher high as well. So we took out that red bar there. That's good. Crypto acting well also. I really like ETH here. I did adjust these lines too. This is really hated too. And you guys know what I've been saying. There's nothing really wrong on the bigger time frames if you zoom out. Like what kind of pattern? I mean, that's about as good. People are complaining about that pattern. That's really strong. So if you can play this long term, I like it. I like it here in the short term too. Bitcoin, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. You're basing beneath an all-time high. Solana starting to curl back up. Bull end sidebar. Cardano inching back up here. Higher lows there. And everybody's favorite Pepe is bouncing today too. Still kind of weaker. But you had an XRP, nice inside bar there. So again, crypto is strong, and this has been a good bellwether. It's been keeping us on the right side of the trade, believe it or not. I mean, when you see money flowing into crypto like this easily, I'm not going to get too bearish. We're just squeezing up right now. I'm not going to get too bearish here. Are we going to hit my next target here? Where are we at? I might need to put out an alert here before we finish up this video. But yeah, I'm not going to. This is why everybody was all worried about, the market Monday. Bitcoin just did a little test and then right back up, and a lot of those alts were green. So, just kind of use common sense. We're not that far from all-time highs now. Okay, we're smashing into this gap here on ES, and I think if that gets hammered again, we're going up. Yeah, we'll see. PCE tomorrow could throw a wrench into things, but volatility definitely coming off. We've got Apple earnings as well, obviously. We'll see what that does. You guys got the levels there, so you can gamble on it if you want. I'm just going to hang in there and protect winners right now. So anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. Again, don't forget to come find me on carnivoretrades.com. You guys take care, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow.